Hi everyone, welcome back to another Lean Anatomy video. I'm so super excited to be sharing this video with you here today. I'm going to be talking about the top 5 Lean Six Sigma Transfer 2026. We recently have an article that's up on the Lean Anatomy website that goes along with this, but I wanted to put it in video format because I'm super excited to share this because these trends are something that I've been practicing. I practice here within Lean Anatomy. I also practice it with my clients and students. It's something that I hold near and dear to my heart since I've been involved with technology for part of my career, along with Lean Six Sigma. Please stay tuned till the end. We will have a QR code. I am excited, and hopefully, if you would like to go further with your Lean Six Sigma journey with us here at Lean Anatomy, I would be super excited to talk with you about that. Or you can go to we can go to Lean Anatomy's website, and we do have our classes posted up for the first half of 2026. All right, let's jump right in. The first trend is fixing broken processes first. So with all of the new technology that has been coming out over the years, let's talk about AI, Gen AI, automation, process automation, intelligent automation. Any way you want to call it, it's that in my mind. I'm gonna put that all under a technology umbrella for now, and then when we get further into the video, I'll break it out a little bit. But you've got to fix those broken processes first. The reason why we do that first is because if you throw technology at a broken process, it is just going to show really how broken that process is just a little bit faster. So it'll be a waste of your money. It'll be a waste of the ROI. So usually when I'm teaching students or if I'm working with my consulting clients, we say, let's fix those broken processes first. We use Lean Six Sigma principles, right? We eliminate the waste, we reduce the variation, we take away the non-value add, and we get those processes stabled first before we put any type of technology at it. Then once we have the processes fixed, then we can start to think about automation. Because like I said before, if you automate inefficient processes or workflows, all it does is it accelerates those errors, increase costs without solving what are the true root causes. So the first thing you really need to think about is we need to identify the correct root causes first, get those fixed, and make sure we're implementing solutions that will fix those issues. The second trend I want to talk about is the rise of simple technology. So yes, we do have all this generative AI, we have all of these algorithms, all the machine learning, everything out there. While those are great tools, I usually say first, let's fix the broken processes first. Let's make sure we do process improvements first. Second, then let's apply simple type of technology. Because if we start to do something too fast, it may not be the right technology for you to do. Plus, you spend all this money and you may not get the gains that you're expecting. So basically, I usually say let's leverage some basic digital tools. I did this recently with a couple of my clients within that earlier this year, where we put together digital dashboards to provide real-time performance tracking to improve visibility and quick decision making. Just by implementing a quick digital dashboard, one of my clients was able to was very able to see how their process was performing week over week. So that way they weren't always firefighting and they actually became more proactive, and along with the process improvements that have gone into place. The other thing too is we want to maybe put some workflow automation that reduces manual tasks and streamline processes to increase efficiency. So let's think about how do we automate those simple tasks that will free up our people's time, the humans, right? We don't want to do technology versus human. We really want to think about how do we enable the technology to help the human, because if we can automate those easy, mundane tasks, then that allows our people to get to be able to do the decision making, to actually get into the more harder task part of the process that they need to do. Plus, if we use digital dashboards along with the automation, we have digital visual platforms so we can see and identify trends that then help us when we put a process into control, we can think about continuing to do further process improvements. And that's kind of where we start to think about when we start with simple tools. And then as the process gets stable, as it gets better, then we can start to think about how do we use further more advanced technology to enhance that process. So that leads me into my third 10. Advanced technology and AI integration. So here we want to look at the role of AI and predictive analytics, right? So the impact of AI in Lean Six Sigma is it allows us to do quality control, intelligent automation, which is hard to make those automations more intelligent. But when we start to think about it, we start to optimize the processes a little bit further, and then we start to think about how do we use a more advanced technology for our processes. I'm going to give you an example. Maybe we set up in a call center, you set up a very simple VRU, voice response unit, right? Within that, then maybe as we get that stabled and set in, maybe we start to think about how do we grab the name and number or the account number to display up on the call center reps on their monitor, so they don't have to type in all that information. Just some simple things, right? As we start to get advanced, and then maybe if we can put some type of chatbot into place that can then help say maybe if they can answer the simple questions, then those simple questions then they don't have to be handled by the human. The human can then handle the more complex cases that come in. Just an example of how you can start to iterate the technology from simple all the way to advanced. What we're looking for here is we don't want to risk and lose our Lean Six Sigma foundation. That is at the whole heart of all of this when we think about process optimization, is that we want to keep our Lean Six Sigma principles. And so yes, we still are going to need to understand how to use a business chart, a project charter, right? And how do we use our analytic tools? We might be using AI or even Copilot to help us further analyze this, but we still need to use some of those simple tools first, because a lot of times when I'm working with clients, we're just thinking about how do we fix the problem at hand. There's something that's happening right now, and then as we fix things, get it stable, then we figure out how to use the tools to go further along. Trend number 4 is data-driven decision making. This is huge. A lot of times when I'm going in and starting working with clients, they've kind of took hunches, but they never took those hunches and put data behind it. So we want to use analytics to drive improvement, right? So we use data-driven decision making. We're looking at making sure that we're monitoring the performance effectively, right? Whatever cadence that is set up is specifically for that process. But we start to build a data literacy, right? We start developing teams to understand how to utilize that data to make those data-driven decisions, which then will move into how we have real-time dashboards. Maybe we can become more predictive in our models and reporting tools. And so we start to become more proactive at process management versus being reactive. So if you integrate analytics with Lean Six Sigma, you start to combine those data analytics and Lean Six Sigma together, and you can start to uncover more inefficiencies and start to target places where you can do some better process improvements. All right, my trend number 5, career growth through Lean Six Sigma. I think this is still a big thing. We still need, as we are moving further along in our technology revolution, or AI revolution, however we want to call it, we still need to develop those skills, right? So we still need to develop those problem solving skills. And that's where Lean Six Sigma comes in. When I start to think about Lean Six Sigma, when I started my journey out, I never thought when I first started out in Lean Six Sigma where I was going to end up. And I'm so excited that I'm a good showcase of how Lean Six Sigma, you can start from being an engineer to becoming into executive leadership to even maybe becoming a consultant. There's so many career opportunities for Lean Six Sigma, and that along with technology, I am excited to see what 2026 is going to bring. But there's so many certification benefits through that. There's lead, and then it also Lean Six Sigma, when you start to lead these projects, gives you that leadership preparation that you need for continued growth and continuous learning. All right, my friends, as we come to a close here, we start to prepare for 2026 and beyond, right? Remember, we need to fix process first. We need to integrate technology strategically, right? So let's not throw all technology at the problem. Let's fix the processes first. Let's start with simple technology. Then as we integrate into further optimization, we look into using more advanced tools like advanced intelligent automation, AI, or even a very advanced chatbots. But then we also, I think it's really critical that we start to invest in Lean Six Sigma training for different organizations or even as an individual, because a lot of times, individual, if you're in transition, you want to develop some new tools or new skill sets. Lean Six Sigma might be something that'd be great for that. And more importantly, that we use data to drive those decisions, right? In those insights into making an organization better and making process improvement even better as well. All right, my friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me on this video. I hope you are finding these videos exciting. If you'd like to see more of these type of videos, please subscribe below. If you would like to look at the training opportunities that Lean Academy does offer, please look at the QR code. I will also have a link below as well. And as always, if you just have questions, please please comment below if you have questions, or if you find that you want to talk, please go out to Lean Academy. We do have a contact form, and we can set some time up to talk to figure out the best path for you to take. All right, thank you so much.